My name is Rebecca Smith, and this is my graphic organizer. My topic is podcasting and education, and I chose this background because it reminds me of wheels turning. And as educators, that's what we want for our students. We want the wheels in their heads to be turning. And podcasting is a creative way that we can enhance the learning environment in our classrooms. I chose to make my first box yellow because I want to emphasize the fact that I'm focusing on education. And when I think of education, I think of things that are yellow. I think of um, pencils. I think of school buses. And I even think of the sun. The sun can pierce through the clouds on a cloudy day, and education can do that as well. Education can bring light to a student's life. My three subcategories that I chose are uses, impacts, and accessibility. I want to focus on the the useful tool that podcasting can be in the classroom. And tools are often gray, so I chose to make that gray. I also want to focus on the positive impact that podcasting can have for both teacher and student, leading to success in the classroom. And when I think of success, I think of gold medals. So I chose to make impacts gold. For accessibility, I chose a light gray because when I think of accessibility, I think of technology. And, um, you know, technology is often presented in a steely gray color. The devices are. And so, podcasting is just a great example of how technology has made education so accessible. Under uses, I branched off into two more categories. A teacher can use podcasting as an actual lecture. Maybe they have a flipped classroom. Maybe they're recording the lecture to make up for a snow day that they missed. And so I chose red for lecture because when I think of lectures, I think of college. And so I chose one of the school colors of my alma mater. A teacher can also use podcasting as a supplement to their lecture, maybe to clarify a point from a previous lecture or to prepare students for an upcoming lecture. And I chose blue because often, like I thought of policemen and nurses and doctors sometimes even wear blue. Usually, people that help us often wear blue. I branched off into two categories under impacts. I want to focus on how podcasting can impact both teacher and student. And I chose red for teacher because when I think of teachers, I think of red apples. And I chose green for student because I think of the growth that takes place in the classroom with students. Under accessibility, I branched off into two categories as well. I want to focus on how podcasting is mobile. And when I think of mobile, I think of the cloud. And so I chose to make that white. I also want to focus on how podcasting has made learning universal. And so I chose a ocean blue color just to show how it has made education universal. It's crossed the ocean. So that is my graphic organizer, and I hope that you can see that there are so many positive things that education can gain from podcasting in the classrooms.